Here are the 6 simple steps to brine pickling as outlined in our Perfect Pickler instruction book on page 8. First, we want to start by dissolving the brine. I have 2 cups of pure water. Spring water is a great choice. And I'm going to use coarse salt, which means I want a slightly rounded measure. If you had fine salt, you would use a scant tablespoon. And I'm just going to dissolve it into the water. For coarse salt, we're using a rounded tablespoon measurement. For fine salt, we're using a scant tablespoon measurement. Step 2. Fill a clean, wide-mouthed jar with the recipe ingredients, packing as you go until you get 2 inches from the lip. For me, 2 inches is from the tip of my finger up to the back of my knuckle, so I can quickly see that I'm right at the 2-inch level. Step 3. Fill jar with brine until 1/2 inch from the lip. For me, 1/2 inch is the length of my fingernail. Step 4. Float the brine overflow cup, making sure that there is room for it to bob. Take the gasket, insert it into the lid, thread the lid onto the jar, making sure that the brine will overflow down the sides of the jar. You can move your ingredients around a little bit to make sure that this will float. Threading the lid on is easiest if you thread backwards until it clicks, and then forward. Step 5. Fill water into the fermentation lock up to the max line. The fermentation cap is not required for brine pickling. Next, we will take our fermentation lock and twist it into the lid just far enough so it is snug and upright, being careful not to insert it too far. The cap on the fermentation lock is not necessary for brine pickling. Step 6. Place the Perfect Pickler into a bowl, note the date, and set in a cool place away from warm appliances or direct sunlight. The best temperature range is around 70 degrees.